What's going on, folks? Mike back, Canadian Cards, all the way from Canada, home of the really bleeping cold weather right now. This, I guess they call it a polar vortex. I was joking with Garrett, and he was saying it sounds like something you get at Dairy Queen, and he's right. You also can get a bowl of shriveled testicles too while you're there, because it is cold, like really cold. I was telling Garrett, I'm pretty good. I'm the guy in Canada that generally is wearing shorts in the winter. Now I can't even walk around the house with shorts on anymore unless I turn the heat up, and my wife goes crazy because the hydro bills are insane up here. But yeah, it's crazy. What else is on my mind? I only got 3 TTMs back this week, but I got some cool TTM fuel that I picked up that I'm going to share with you. And you know, I had a thought and it's gone. I'm such an idiot. That's what it is. That's what it is. This is my little rant of the day. Not rant, but it's something I figured out. Is that, have you ever watched videos and I don't know, it's like for bigger channels, I guess, but they're always, I think they're always, they want you to comment, like, what do you think was, and Moynihan will think this is about him, because he does it too, but that's okay. Mike's my buddy, and I bust his balls all the time, but I love him. They're always like, oh, comment below and tell me what was your favorite pickup, and that just puts you in the algorithm. And I think that's what people are looking for sometimes. I don't know if it's me, but I don't know. I'm a pretty straight shooter when it comes to stuff. Sometimes to a fault, where I'll just speak up, and even some of the guys I talk with on the regular, they're like, you should be careful what you say. But quite honestly, I don't care. I'm just speaking from the heart. I'm being honest. You won't get anything that's, you know, woke, or I'm not going to speak where I'm going to offend people, or at least the intention is not to offend people. I just realizing, geez, for not much hair, I need a buzz. But the reason I'm that way is because I don't like to sugarcoat things. I want people to know on here that I'm just, what you see is what you get. I'm not the double persona, because I do believe there's people on YouTube that put on a persona here, and then you meet them in real life, and it's not the same person. It's not. The same person, not the same personality, I guess. But anyways, getting back to it, I kind of laugh because people are always, put your comments down below and tell me what you think, or it's like feeding for comments. Or another thing they'll say is, someone was, people are always asking me to show this off or show that. And I always think to myself, like, no one's asking to see that, okay? Like, people read your comments. No one's in there going, oh, can you show that? What it is it's someone's own idea, and it popped into their head, and it's like, rather than just say, I'm going to show this, they go, oh, people have been asking me about this. Like, people have been asking me about this 1972 O-Pee-Chee Frank Mahovlich card that I'm going to TTM. When am I going to TTM that? They keep asking me. No, they're not. Nobody's doing that, okay? So I don't buy that. So that's just my little pseudo rant. But I got 3 TTMs, and 2 are, one is an interesting story, and one is a donation request. Now, I'll get into it when I show you, but I'm definitely not sending back, and there's a reason why I'm not. And I'll get into that more. So stick around. I'm going to show off what I got, have a little discussion, and let you go for the weekend, okay? Sit tight. Okay, so I just heard back from a good buddy of mine, Jeff at Top Shelf, who has an amazing channel. He is my Canadian TTM guru. In the US, I lean on Garrett quite a bit for tips and tricks and who and where and how much. And but in Canada, I can Jeff's my go-to guy in Canada, where I can just go, hey, tell me about this guy, and he'll be like, yep, just got him back, no fee, here's his address if you need it, or it's on Star Tiger or Sports Card Forum or wherever. So he's one of my go-to guys. Him and Garrett are both kind of like mentors for me. They've been at this TTM thing a hell of a lot longer than I have. And it's just a niche in my collection that I picked up. And I've just, I've seen a couple people talking about me lately. And no, I'm not just saying this. A couple guys mentioned that my collection is TTM based. And I have to say, it's not really. Like, I collect hockey sets. I'm a Yaz collector, putting together the 49 Bowman set. I'm hoping to finish that in Strongsville if I get a good deal on a Jackie. Maybe doing some upgrading along the way, because I do have some beaters. But there's more to my collection. There's boxing. There's just TTM right now is just something that I'm very into. And it strikes me as interesting that you can just right away to these celebrities, former pro athletes, and some are free and some are, $5-10, 20, some get up to 50. Some I just think you're insane if you think I'm going to pay that. And I don't care what the reason is. But anyways, enough rambling. Let me show you what I've got. So I picked these up in a Facebook group. This is a 1965 Topps. This is Eddie Jockman's rookie card. Stalwart goaltender, him and Velmier for the Rangers back in the day. And I just read up that just after the 75 season, Jockman got traded to Detroit, and in training camp, I think Velmier got traded to Chicago for Doug Jarrett. And they were a tandem for so long. And then one game, Velmier came in relief in Chicago against Eddie Jockman in the Detroit Red Wings, and they faced each other for 16 minutes after being a goalie tandem for quite a while, like 10 years plus. So anyways, Eddie Jockman's rookie card, also Jean Rattel, 1965 Topps, and then Dennis Hull rookie card. A little beat up, but that's okay. I mean, when cards are beat up like that, I don't mind, because I'm sending them off for TTM. It's not like I'm going to grade them and resell them. And, I even think, was it the Jockman? Maybe it wasn't this batch, but sometimes I've bought in cars and they, a little paper loss on the back. That's okay. I don't really care, but those will be fuel, as well as Mr. Garrett Unruh at Slab City has been bugging me to get on the Nolan Ryan train. His foundation charges $75, and I have to say, I should have been on that sooner. Even if I send this out once every couple of months, well worth the $75 to get anything by him autographed. So there, one guy had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards on a Facebook group, and I got them for $50 Canadian shipped. That's like $1.47 US. So good deal. So just some strikeout leaders. I think that's 1980 Topps. Yeah. This one's 1978. 2 Hall of Famers, Phil Niekro, Nolan Ryan. J.R. Richard again. Terrible story about J.R. Richard. For those of you that are too young, that don't know, he had a stroke in the prime of his career. I remember as a kid hearing about it and going, like, man, like he was just invincible when he played. Here's one with Steve McCaddy. I don't know if I'll send these away, but they were part of a lot. This one I think would be really cool to get signed. So I'm a huge Moneyball fan, the movie Moneyball. And I've got different, not like Jake, Legends Never Die, The Sandlot, like that craze, but it's probably my favorite baseball movie. I've watched it so many times I can quote a lot of it. And just, Art Howe there, who was the manager of the Oakland A's during the Moneyball era with Nolan Ryan, that would be cool to get both of them, because I know Garrett has told me that Art Howe is a TTM machine. So if I could get him and then send that away to Nolan Ryan, that would be a keeper. Most games, 10 or more strikeouts in a lifetime. That would be a cool one to get signed. This one, not so much. It's 1980. It's already got the facsimile, and it's kind of dark. Like I guess he'd have to sign it maybe somewhere down here, but I don't know if that would be worth it. This one I think would be beautiful to get signed with the white, like somewhere around here. It would really pop. This one, not too sure, although it's a great card of the image, the follow through. This one, this is fantastic. All that white in the background, that's for sure one I got to get signed. This also would be a cool one to get signed. Is it 78? Yeah, 1978. So that would be fun. And this one, all-time strikeout leaders. I heard Walter Johnson is starting to sign TTM again. His fee's outrageous. So, yeah, my attempt at humor, which was terrible, and I apologize. Okay, so the 3 TTMs I got back. Let's go with the first one. Bob Hound Kelly. Got these back. I send him a nice little donation. I think with this one, I mean, that thing's beat to rat shit, right? It's creased, but Bob Hound Kelly put in there on all of them. They're all beat up, but I don't know. I don't care about that. A lot of people do go for the dual grading. I just go for the authenticity. The next one, yeah, is this the one I wanted to? I'll save that one for last. This is the one I wanted to. I should have read this together, but it's kind of touching in a way. So I will say that I got this back. This is the Dad's Cookies, Ted Hampson. Now, I am not complaining, but I did not send this away. I sent a 70-71 with the gold background, but that's okay. And I'll explain why. It came with this note, and it says, "Dear Mr. Samuel, we appreciate your patience. I am Ted's son, Gordy, and I've been assisting my dad with autographs. Please let me know if you received what you expected in cards. Sometimes they get mixed up. Thanks, Merry Christmas, Gord and Ted Hampson." So obviously Mr. Ted Hampson is maybe not doing well, and this is not my card. I don't know. It's one of those situations, like, what are you going to do, right? Like, God bless the guy. I mean, his dad's trying to help him. Maybe maybe Ted opened up some mail and then got confused. I don't know. It's sad, when celebrities kind of dwindle on, but also it's nice to get a note like that. Like, that's a note that I will keep, that, because to me that means something. And I will keep this, and I will never sell that, because Ted Hampson was not a superstar in the NHL. He was a journeyman, and I just seen his address on Star Tiger, so I thought I'd send it to him. But I just think things like that are quite... I think it's important to keep that just as a little history, because a lot of the, I guess, I don't know if I'm getting what it is about age, and I'm about to turn 60, and I apologize for rambling so much, but I can see these guys as superstar athletes, and now they're in the twilight of their life, and things are starting to go south for them, and it's sad. It's sad. The last thing I wanted to talk about, and I know this is a really long for 3 simple TTMs, but I sent $10 away to this guy, William the Refrigerator Perry. That's his rookie card, okay? And what is this? Yeah. Dear Mr. Perry, could you please sign my football card? I have enclosed a donation and a self-addressed stamped envelope. Thank you. And then my signature. And this is what I got back. This is $40 for autograph. Thank you. But he kept the 10. So to me, like, honestly, you would think that he would send that $10 back. I included the donation. Okay, it's $40, but send it back with the money. Like, don't keep the money and tell me it's 40. So now I sent him 10. Now what am I going to do? Send him 30 and say, hey, remember me? Here's my note where I sent you 10, but you kept it, and now you're saying 40. So here's the difference, 30. Like, that's the shitty part of TTMing. You get this where, God bless him, his son's helping him get through things. And the fridge, and I know the fridge has health problems, but, having health problems doesn't mean you have to be an asshole either. Like, don't tell me it's 40 and keep my 10. Like, send the 10 back and say, hey, it's 40. Like, that's what I always, I don't know. It's just some of the, I wouldn't say perils, but, yeah. So there you have it. So, in true fashion, comment below and tell me what's your best fuel, or which Nolan Ryan card I should get. And I hope you liked my Eddie Jackman, because people were asking me when I was going to send that out. Like, really. They were asking me. I get it all the time. People ask me all kinds of questions back. Enjoy your weekend, guys.